Yeah, that's because the bitch that was in the bathroom wasn't a real bitch. She was a ghost bitch. What? Next time you see your friend or your best friend in a distance, be like this. Or next time you see your ex in the distance in a hallway or something. Oh, all right. I just wanted to say that because of the sound effect. Got your snacks, Carter Body, Adidas. Then let's get it. Sup, though. It's always a good time. I kind of don't like the way that sounds.
My immediate family always hosted Christmas when I was younger.
Right.
At the time, we lived on the upper level of a two-family house. My parents owned the house and rented the bottom floor out to multiple tenants throughout the years.
So this, okay. 24 seconds in and we already clocking up. Like, I understand that renting out, the basement or the bottom part of the house. I understand that. And then I also understand that, renting it out with people that you kind of don't really know, but you probably did an interview with them, just to get some vibes and off of that. But all I'm saying is, you don't really know these people, just because you did an interview, just because y'all talked on the phone or whatever, or just because y'all hung out a couple of times, don't mean that you really know just, these motherfuckers coming in your house. I mean, motherfuckers coming, fuck it. These people coming to your house, Like, that's your house, that's your home, that's your safety, that's where you go when you need peace. When all else seems to fail, that's when you just come home where you know you're safe. How can you be safe with people in the same house as you, but you barely know them motherfuckers? I'm cursing in this video. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm not gonna say. I'm just fuck it.
Christmas time of 2012, a new tenant had just moved in downstairs. He was a quiet-seeming 30-something-year-old male, and quiet was the kind of tenant my parents were looking for. Unfortunately, a few days into him moving in downstairs, there would be a lot of noises at off hours of the night. Like, for example, the front door would open and shut numerous times throughout the night.
What the fuck?
And sometimes there would be loud talking, in some instances yelling. My dad went downstairs one night to see what the commotion was, and to ask him to keep the noise down. That was the start of my dad's suspicions about that guy downstairs. Fast forward to Christmas Eve night. We had the whole family over, dining room table stretched out with all 20 seats taken. My Uncle Jake is a heavy smoker, so he goes outside to smoke several times throughout the night. After our main course, Uncle Jake went outside for yet another smoke. He mistakenly left his phone on the table, however, and when it rang a few times after he went outside, my dad ordered me to go run his phone to him outside. So I grabbed his flip phone and ran it down the stairs. However, before I went out the front door, I stopped and noticed the back door was open. See, when you walk into the house, there's a little hallway with 3 doors. One door which led to the downstairs apartment, the front door, and then a hallway that stretched to the back door. The back door was open, so I figured my uncle went out back.
God damn.
The phone was still ringing, so I hurried to the backyard to find my uncle, but he didn't seem to be back there. Just when I was about to give up, I heard someone in the shed, and the shed door was open. I called for my uncle, and someone came out of the shed. It was too dark to see him, but I was pretty sure it was my uncle. He started...
Fuck you mean? What you mean? Fuck you mean? Pretty sure. Either it's your uncle or it's not. Like, there's no... You know what your uncle looks like. Come on, don't play that. See, now you're playing games. See, because at first I was on your side. Nah, I'm not, because you're playing games. You know what your uncle looks like. What? What? That makes no sense. You talking about you pretty sure. That sounds like a 50-50. That sounds like a no chance. You gonna make it out. You know. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Pretty sure is equivalent to 50-50. 50-50 is equivalent to you getting clucked up. It's 11-11 right now. Making a wish. I did really make a wish. I make a wish every time I see 11-11, like the time 11-11. But look, come on. Come on. Pretty sure. Somebody asked me, do you think this person gonna get clucked up? Pretty sure.
Over to me fast. At first I assumed because he wanted to answer his phone in time, but when he got close enough to the lights from inside of the house, I could see his face. It wasn't my uncle, but rather the tenant from downstairs. For some reason, the way he was approaching me I found intimidating, so I turned and ran for the door.
Okay.
I slammed it in that man's face and went to the front yard, where I found my Uncle Jake smoking. I stood by him and told him about the downstairs tenant, and how he seemingly just charged at me. My uncle is the kind of guy to not really take things I say seriously, or he's just not that kind of person to confront someone. I stayed with him until he finished his smoke because I was uncomfortable. Then we walked back upstairs to the dinner table together, where I told my dad about the tenant in the shed and how he followed me. There was a silence at the table, and my dad seemed a little concerned, but I guess he didn't want to ruin the remainder of our Christmas dinner, so he waited until we were done to check outside. When he came back up, he said the neighbor wouldn't answer his door, but that the shed outside was shut. A couple hours later, the last of our family left, and my immediate family started getting ready for bed. I stayed up in the living room by the fire and tree because I liked the lighting the two gave off. I watched a Christmas movie. I guess I nodded off at some point while watching it. However, I do remember waking up suddenly from a kind of half-sleep and hearing a creaking on the stairs. I was too tired to move from my laying position, plus I assumed it was just my mom, dad, or sister.
See, there you go with that assuming shit. Cause, hey, after homeboy, after sus dude just charged at me, like I was a piece of a motherfucking meat, I'm not taking no chances with this sus. I love that sound effect. Can y'all hear that? What is that? I have no idea what that is. Could be the heater or something. But yo, if I was him, if I was an old dude, that's really annoying. I wish I can just, and it just goes away. But if I was like the kid, and like nobody believed me, or they just wanted to take their precious time, whatever, because it's like family shit. Like, nah, I'm not finishing no fucking dinner. I'm not finishing no fucking movie until this dude, get out of here. ASAP. Tonight. In the next 5 minutes. He needs to, I don't care. He needs to, his sus ass needs to get the hell up out of here, like for real. Cause he charged at me like I was a piece of fucking meat. I mean, granted, I got the shit going on, right? I'm gorgeous. I'm glistening, right? Granted, I got it all going on. Granted, I'm a 10 out of 10, but that don't mean you gotta charge at me like I'm a piece of meat. His sus ass.
Not to mention our giant Christmas tree blocked my view of the stairs.
Wow.
We had all carpeted floors upstairs, so I couldn't hear whoever it was roaming around. But I heard a door down the hall open, probably my sister going back to bed. By now the fire seemed to be almost dead, and the movie I was watching was over. The clock under the TV read 1 in the morning. I figured I'd just stay on the couch at that point because I was so comfortable. A few minutes later, I heard something rustling by the tree.
You got it. Shit. Nope. You got it. Damn. I love that sound effect. This. Damn all of this. Damn the dinner. Damn the TV show. I mean the movie. Damn the holidays. Like, his sus ass needs to get the hell out. If he's not out of here by tonight, then I'm out of here by tonight. Like, either way, I'm not about to be in the same house as this sus dude. I don't know why I clapped.
It sounded like an ornament fell off of it. Someone had definitely walked into it. I flipped on my side and looked at the tree, but it was as still as it always was, though. I flipped back on my other side, eyes still open, and saw a man standing over me, bending slightly.
Oh!
Of course, initially my first reaction was to scream. My second reaction was to analyze the face to see if it was my father.
Bitch. My first reaction, my initial reaction is to haul ass like a motherfucker. Not to scream, definitely not to analyze, because that's gonna take you shitting long. What? That's gonna take you fucking long for you to analyze the motherfucking face. It's gonna take too long, because you're bullshit and you playing games. Your first initial reaction is to haul ass, and that's it. That's it. Don't you scream, that's gonna take too long. Don't you analyze the face, that's definitely gonna take too long. That's what's gonna get you fucked up. This video not gonna get monetized. I don't care.
And when I realized it wasn't my father, rather the downstairs tenant, I screamed even louder. The man tried to cover my mouth, but at that point I think he realized it was too late. Everyone heard me.
Hit him in the balls.
He ran for the stairs just as my dad stormed out of his room. My dad chased after him, but he was already driving down the street.
Oh shit.
I think when he was standing over me, he was making sure I was asleep before robbing the place or something. Fortunately for us, my parents had copies of his ID and other important information, which my parents used to find him and sue him for breaking and entering. And we won the case in a landslide. Don't let that take away from the fact that it was still an insanely scary thing to go through.
Why would you sue him for breaking and entering? You let him in your house. The clock?
It was Christmas Eve of 2015.
Right.
I had recently gotten a new job as a psychiatric nurse, but I had to start with the overnight shifts, and that included Christmas Eve night, which was a Thursday.
Alright, so, am I confusing this with their job is to deal with, what do you say, psychiatric nurse or something. I think that's what he said. That word, why can't I say that? Psychiatric, hopefully I said that right. Is that like, for like psycho people? Like people, like bitches crazy? Like, what does that mean? Psych shit. I don't know how to say it.
Technically, it was a Friday by the time I arrived at work. But anyway, most of my shifts are slow and boring, with a lot of sitting around a computer for most of the night, since most of the patients are asleep during the hours that I was there. Occasionally, I'd have to check on patients and observe their behavior, or deal with patients who would become restless in the middle of the night. Dealing with so many people with mental disabilities at once was a lot to take in at first, but the Christmas decorations scattered throughout the building brought a little extra cheer to the place. At night, the main lights in the hallways go out and a dim set of lights turn on. These dim lights, mixed with the Christmas lights that had been hung up all over the place, created a more relaxed, comfortable setting. There was one particular patient who had been creeping me out. Her name was Abatha. She was an old, sickly lady with severe schizophrenia.
Shit. God damn. Ha! Wow. I just want to say, anybody that's named, what is it, Apatha? First of all, what kind of name is that? Second of all, anybody that's named that is already clucking up, so you shouldn't associate yourself with the person that's named Apatha. I don't think that's a real name. I think that's just, I don't know what that is. Like, I just feel like that's just a made up shit. Like, Apatha. Like, I have a coworker that's named Tabitha, but not no Apatha. Like, that's weird. And that's sus as hell.
She oftentimes would mumble to herself incomprehensible things.
See, sus.
Sometimes she'd say things out loud that I'd assume were directed at me, but
right.
She'd just be talking to herself.
Wow.
It was about 3 a.m. when I went to go check on Abatha, who had been awake the whole night.
Damn.
I came in and asked if she needed anything, and she just looked at me with a horrific smile and laughed.
Okay, no.
It gave me chills because I felt like I was witnessing something from a scary movie.
Shit.
She looked away from me and started muttering something. I didn't understand most of it, but the words that did pop out to me were, "Check the bathroom." I asked her to repeat herself, but she didn't acknowledge me. She just turned to her side and rested her head on the pillow.
Well, that's your fucking answer right there. Do you need anything? If she starts busting out laughing, and then she starts mumbling, and the only thing you hear is, "Check the bathroom," bitch. No, I'm not checking shit. You know I'm here. You know I asked you a question, right? And I was very clear. I enunciated my words. So you know what I said. I was very clear. I know what I said. You know what I said, right? But instead, and you understood what I said. So instead of answering, you giggled. You mumbled some shit. And then you said in a very clear voice, "Check the bathroom." That doesn't make any sense to what the question that I asked you, which was, "Do you need anything?" And you say, "Check the bathroom." And then you lay down and turn your head the opposite way. So now you're not facing me no more. So you know what? That creeps me the hell out. And it really creeps me out because I'm stuttering over my words. So you know I'm really creeped out. So that answers my question. Obviously you don't need nothing. So yeah, you have a good night. So when I close this door, I'm gonna lock it, double lock it, triple lock it, quadruple lock it, cinco lock it. Really? Is that how you say 5 in Spanish? Cinco? I feel like it is. So yeah, there it is. So yeah, don't come at me or ask me anything else that you need. You know what? Don't just stay there. Like don't call me throughout. Don't even notify me throughout the whole night. Cause I asked you if you wanted something and you fucking bullshitting. And yeah, so I'm not playing no games tonight. So you just did some really sus. I love that. Shit. So if you need something, well, too fucking bad, bitch.
I tried to get her to confirm she wanted me to check the bathroom, but she wouldn't answer now.
See?
So I checked the bathroom across from her bed in her room.
Come on.
As I expected, there was nothing out of the ordinary. I left her room and went back to my desk in the hall. Then I looked at the bathroom door across from my desk. My curiosity got the better of me, so I went into the bathroom, but the lights wouldn't turn on.
What? Nah.
I stood by the doorway listening for a moment, and I heard breathing and then a click sound from one of the stalls. I went to get the door stopper from behind the desk and wedged it under the bathroom door so that the light from the hall would let me see at least a little bit into the bathroom. I got on my knees and checked under the stalls from a distance.
Get off your knees.
No feet could be seen in either of the stalls, though.
Alright.
One stall of the two had its door shut, though. I went up to it and stuck my eye through the crack of the door. It was really dark, but I felt like I could see something at the back of the stall. I got back down on my knees to look under the door.
Get off your fucking
knees.
knees.
When I did, I couldn't see what I thought I just saw. I got back up and took one more look through the crack of the door, and there was someone's face right on the other side, peeking through the crack just as I was. I almost fell to the floor in fright, but managed to run to the door and slam it shut. I grabbed the key from the desk and locked the bathroom door. I told another nurse that there was someone in the bathroom, but when we checked together, not only did the lights now work, but the stalls were both open, and no one was inside either of them. It was impossible for someone to have left the room. I locked the door. That night, before my shift ended, I tried to question Abatha about what was in the bathroom, but she wouldn't answer me. Just as I gave up and walked to the door with my jacket on, I heard her say, "Merry Christmas."
Oh, you got
I
it.
turned and saw her giving me a smile. Only the smile didn't give me a good feeling. There was something unsettling about it. I had to turn and leave. I had to work with Abatha for a few more weeks before she was transferred to another center for hospice care. To this day, I still feel there was a connection between Abatha and whatever I saw in that bathroom. It's literally just one of those stories I just can't even try to understand or rationalize, but it still haunts me.
Yeah, that's because the bitch that was in the bathroom wasn't a real bitch. She was a ghost bitch. What? Yo, what? A ghost bitch? Ah! What the fuck is that?
Last year for Christmas, I wanted to do something new with my girlfriend. We just got a new apartment together last year and still live in it to this day. It was our first Christmas in the apartment, however, and neither of us had ever cut down our own tree. So I came up with the idea to go cut down our own tree. Luckily, we live in New Hampshire, so spruce trees happen to grow in our state. My girlfriend Tristan and I took a short road trip on a snowy evening to a forest full of spruce trees.
There it is. That's the forest.
I chose to go while it was snowing because I felt it made the whole experience more Christmassy. I pulled my pickup truck up into what appeared to be a small opening on the side of the road. It was hard to tell given that there was snow on the ground. I heard gravel crunching under the tires as I pulled off the road. It was a perfect place to leave the truck while Tristan and I went to find a tree. We were in a very hilly part of the state, so we had to do a lot of uphill walking. Unfortunately, my girlfriend was complaining a lot. She didn't seem to find our little field trip to be as fun of an idea as I did. We pressed on uphill through the snow, searching for a small enough spruce tree that could fit in our living room. Most of the trees we were finding were too big. Eventually, we found that perfect one, though, just the right size. I gave the tree one good pat and shake before I lifted the axe I was carrying into the air and began chopping away at the trunk. The trunk was relatively skinny, so after a bunch of good hits, the tree toppled over with one good kick. Of course, I wouldn't be carrying it alone, and I'd prefer not to drag it all the way down the hill through the snow, so I asked Tristan to grab the top end while I grabbed the trunk. Then she suddenly complained that she didn't have gloves. There was an extra pair in the car. I didn't realize she didn't bring them, though. I threw her the keys and told her to hurry back to the trunk and get the gloves. She ran off back down the hill, and I was left alone standing in the middle of the woods, next to the freshly cut tree.
Hurry up!
Tristan was taking a while, so I sat down on the trunk of the tree and observed my surroundings.
Tristan was taking a while, so I decided to haul ass and just leave her ass. I mean, hey, that's, you know, if you're a man, if you're in a relationship right now, And if your man, if y'all in a clucked up situation or about to be in a clucked up situation, and he just runs, he just starts hauling ass, kicking rocks, right, without no notice, giving you no notice on why he running, and he just leave your ass. That's a good man, I'm sorry.
Pine trees as far as the eyes can see, which wasn't too far anymore considering it was just about dark now. I turned on the flashlight I brought with me to make it easier for Tristan to find me again. Other than the sound of the wind and tiny snowflakes hitting the ground, it was completely silent. It was actually a little creepy sitting out there all alone.
A little?
Finally, I heard the sound of boots walking in the snow nearby.
Is it her boots?
I called out in a loud yell Tristan's name and waved my flashlight in that direction. The footsteps stopped, however, and there wasn't a response.
Hell no.
I thought she must have been trying to sneak up on me, so I figured I'd turn the tables on her. I placed the flashlight on the stump, aimed it out into the woods, and did the best I could to quietly go hide behind a tree to wait for her to come out. I knelt down behind a big pine tree and heard the footsteps coming closer. Finally, someone came running into the light of the flashlight, and I mean like full-on charging out. But it wasn't my girlfriend.
No
It
shit.
was some random guy in a coat with a hood covering his head. He stopped and looked down at the flashlight, grabbed it, then turned it off. And now that it was dark again, I could barely see him. Based on the way he charged up to the flashlight like that, I couldn't imagine he meant well. I took one big breath before I started sprinting down the hill back to the car. It made so much noise that I knew he had to have heard it, but I didn't want to turn around and look. When I got about halfway down the hill, I started hearing screams. They were the screams of Tristan shouting out my name in what sounded like a panic.
Oh, damn. That's baby girl. Baby girl just got caught. That's rough. Hey, but it ain't me. Bitch, I'm gone. Fuck, I mean, shit. I mean, I love you, but not that fucking much. Sorry. Not sorry. Deuces. I'm out of here. That sucks for you. That sucks for you, honey bunches of oats. Now, I'm gonna start referring to, like, when I'm watching like horror videos and stuff like that, like any baby girls that's getting clucked up or anything like that, I'm gonna just refer to every female as a honey bunch of oats. So if you feel offended, don't be. I don't know. Hey, I don't know. I mean, would you feel offended? If I called you female that's watching right now, a honey bunches of oats, or honey bunch of oats. No, honey bunches of oats. Yeah, there we go. Would you feel offended if I call you that? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's get back to it.
When I got to the bottom of the hill, I started to hear the truck's horn honking. I made it to the truck and jumped into the driver's seat. Tristan was sitting in the car waiting. She screamed at me to drive, but I didn't need to hear it from her to know to do that. As I drove the truck out of that little clearing, we both looked back and saw a man standing where my truck was not even 5 seconds ago.
Don't ever
watching
look.
us drive away. It was a long drive home, but by the time we got back to our town, we stopped at a Home Depot and picked up a tree there. Never again will we attempt to cut down our own tree.
Damn the tree. Just go home. I don't know why y'all stopped at Home Depot. Like, what? No. Y'all should have stopped when y'all got in the house and locked all doors, windows, and vents. Cluck is you talking about? This was a really good video. I love Mr. Nightmare is like the best of the best with like horror videos. I swear to goodness. But see, whenever there it is again. I feel like that's the heater or something. But I see, anytime you getting chased, anytime you getting chased, whether it's by car, by foot, by whatever, right? If you're getting chased, don't ever look back. Ever look back. Ever. Okay? Ever. And if you think you're in if you are in a clutch up situation, or if you're about to be in a clutch up situation, or you think you're about to get in a collective situation, or you already am, in that point in time, don't be assuming shit. Like, don't. You know? Like with the first story. You know, he thought old dude, he just assumed that was his uncle, but it wasn't. It was a mother clucking sus dude from down in the basement, or down in the bottom of the floor. Bottom of the house. Because 9 times out of 10, 99.968 times out of 10, people always get clucked up when they assume something. So don't assume. Just boom. Oh, that was clean. Don't assume. Just boom. You feel boom. Boom. Oh man. But yeah, man, just don't assume. Just boom. I'm sorry. All right, that's it. I'm done. But thank God, you know, Mr. Nightmare uploaded a video for Christmas video. That was lit, you know. I don't know if he's gonna do like a New Year's video, but if he does, that's great. If he doesn't, oh well. I'm just glad we got a Christmas horror story from Mr. Nightmare himself. You always come in clutch. Hey, Mr. Nightmare, if you're finished making videos for the rest of the year, I will see you again next year, 2019. Nah. I wonder if Mr. Nightmare knows about me. He has to. He has to know about me, because I've reacted to a lot of his videos. A lot. He can't not know about me. I'll be surprised if Mr. Nightmare doesn't know anything about me. But I'm pretty sure he knows I react to his videos. Because I don't know if I'm the only one that has reacted to most of his videos. But he has to know about me. He has to. Because I've been reacting to his videos for a while now. A couple of years now. Matter of fact. But, I mean, if he doesn't, then, oh well, you know. But if he does, that would be dope. But I'm definitely happy that he made a Christmas horror video. Oh, man. But, yeah. If he does know about me, let me know down in the comment section below. But if he doesn't, it's just no big deal. I would like to know. Yeah, but yeah, that's it. I'm just really excited I'm so excited that he uploaded a Christmas horror story. Like that's awesome. But keep it cool, keep it class, and I love you. Stay happy, my fam.